Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today. Got another topic for you today. It's a little controversial because a lot of people tend to think that when they go and they get with another girl at another country, they have to get with her culture. Now the thing is, we all have a culture. The people right next door to you have a culture. They do things in their house differently than you do in your house. Do you think that those people are going to come to your house and tell you how to do things? Or are you going to go to their house? Well, what's the difference in going across the world? Because that's their culture. You let them experience their culture. The same as though you would with your neighbor's house, who is right next door or across the street. It's the same thing at the other country. Let them do their culture. However, their culture is not my culture. With this being said, I look at guys, they go to the other countries and they start giving money because they say it's just their culture. Well, okay, it's their culture, but if you take a quick look at it, that culture only applies to foreigners. If those same girls get with a local guy, do you think that the parents are going to expect a dowry? Do you think the parents are going to expect monthly support? No, they're not. So this culture thing only applies to when the girl gets with the foreigner. Now the parents want monthly support. The parents want the dowry. The brothers and sisters want to get in on the act. You may have a distant cousin that's trying to get in on the act. Everybody got their hand out, and the only reason they can tell you why is because what? It's their culture. And we as men fall for the okie doke. Now, what happens when you fall for the okie doke? Or as they say, fall for the banana in the tailpipe. You lose everything you have in a culture that doesn't work. Let's look at it here. If someone came to you with a proposal and they say, if you make this investment, but now I'm telling you it's going to lose, would you make that same investment? 9 times out of 10 you would, or I would even say 100%. You would not invest in a losing proposition. So why do it over there? You know it's a losing proposition because if it wasn't, you wouldn't have so many people failing. Their culture in the way of one successful person takes care of the rest, and the rest just feed off that one person. Nobody's trying to do anything. Nobody's trying to help out. You just got the one person. And that one person go get a foreigner. Now everyone expect the foreigner to support everybody. No one else is chipping in now. The foreigner has to do everything. If the brother wants a truck, they want the foreigner to buy it. The sister has kids. They want the foreigner to put the kids through school. The sister may want some kind of business. We'll get the money from the foreigner. The brother may want a boat so he can go and fish. We'll get the money from the foreigner. Dad may want some liquor to drink. Get the money from the foreigner. See, everything goes back to the foreigner. But if those same girls got with a local guy, this culture thing wouldn't even matter. Because they know they're not going to get it from a local guy. He's not going to pay them any attention. And he's not going to pay a dowry. He's not going to support the family. And I've had some to tell me when I asked them, why don't your brothers help support your family? If each one of you gave a little, your parents would be okay. That statement right there to her pissed her off. She got angry. Well, my brother doesn't have. Then she goes, well, my brother, their wife won't let them do it. Then she goes, well, they got their own family. Well, if you really look at it, guys, you got your own family. So here's where I am today. And that's what I want you to think about. Guys, my information is for informational purposes only. Just something for you to think about. If their culture says, according to what I'm seeing, it says everybody chips in to help the family. But when you really look at the big picture, only one person is chipping in to help the family. The one successful person out of the whole clan is supporting everybody else. And then when she gets a foreigner, he's supporting everybody else. So how do we handle this? What do we do about it? Well, first of all, my thing is this. I'm not going to stop anybody from doing their culture. If that's your culture, you have at it, but it's not my culture. So don't expect for me to start giving because it's your culture. If it's your culture, you can go to work and you can send your family some money. I would never stop anyone from doing their culture. I got friends of different religion. I have friends from different walks of life. And one thing we don't do, we don't impose our will on anyone else. I have friends that do things that I don't do. They're still my friends, but they know I don't do certain things, so they don't push me to do it. I have friends of different religion. I respect their religion, they respect mine, and we are still friends. And I put the same thing to the girls that I meet there. If this is your culture, then okay, we can do this. You want to support your family? You can go to work and support your family. Because see, in my culture, it says, if a man don't work, he don't eat. Simple as that. You know, I was fortunate enough to retire at age 54. And I happened to see one of my cousins, which was an older cousin about the age of my dad. And he asked me, hey, what have you been doing now? I said, I just retired a few months ago. And he looked me square in the face and said, you too young to retire. Because the men in my family, we go to work. Ain't nobody sitting around, ain't nobody playing tiddlywinks. The men in my family, we go to work. That's my culture. So if we have to say culture, why do men always think they got to take the girl's culture? The girl ain't trying to take your culture. Why does she look at it as so bad if she do your culture? But she expect you to do her culture. You see, we all got our culture. So my thing is this. Let people be who they are. If they want to do a losing situation, a losing culture, then let them do it. Quite frankly, I don't care. I'm not going to worry about it. But my culture doesn't do that. So she can get a job and do her thing and take care of her parents. Second option is this. If her family needs her that bad, let her stay there with her family. Go and visit her when you get time. Because here's the thing, guys. If her family, or the clan as they call it, is so interdependent and family oriented, let her stay there and be with them. Let her support her family right there. See, here's what happens. When you do it that way, one, you're not being made a fool of. Because if you take her out of that situation and you take her to your country, now you've opened up a different can of worms. Once she get her feet on the ground and get the documents that she needs, she's leaving you. Simple as that. And then she's bringing the rest of the family with her, and you got to get lost. She don't need you no more. It's a wrap. Second thing is this. She won't make a fool out of you because when you didn't give her all you have and your bank account is dwindling down, I mean, it's melting away like ice cream in the summertime. And to the point that it's all gone. Like I see a lot of foreigners over there living on the street because they don't have anything. Because once all your money is gone, she's gone. Now, you may not agree with that. You may feel like, oh, that's not true, and I've been with mine for so many years. Your situation, if you've been with one 10 or plus years, this day, this time is different than 10, 20 years ago. Social media wasn't where it was 10 years ago. When I first started going to the Philippines, you had to physically get up, go to an internet cafe just to chat with someone. Now they can sit right in their bed, pick up their cell phone, and chat with anybody, anytime. So just like you sending her money, 10 other guys doing the same thing. And you're trying to compete for her attention when her attention is spread out everywhere. So if her family needs her that much, let her stay there with her family. She can help support them. You can go visit her, spend time with her, and then keep it moving. Guys, it doesn't work the way you think it is. And a lot of you think that it's a go meet one and I'm happy ever after. I've known people to win the lottery. I've known 2 people. One person hit 4 out of the 6, one person hit 5 out of the 6. But what are the chances of that happening? So am I going to keep playing knowing that it's 1 in a 2 million chance or 16 million chance that I hit the lottery because my 2 friends, they did it? Guys think that, oh, well, if this guy went over there and he found one and they've been together for 20 years, then I should be able to go over there. You could, but it's highly unlikely. First of all, they don't want you. Let's keep it real. And I'm not falling for the hype. They don't want you. What they want is the benefit that comes with you. And that's why today, in present day, present time, they're not looking at foreigners like they used to. And if they are, they got their hand out. And quite frankly, I'm tired of hearing the begging. Simple. Guys, I hate to say it, and you probably think I'm being harsh, but it's very tiring that every time you look in somebody's face, they got their hand out. They want load. Parents are sick. Child is sick. Child got school fees. And here's the thing. They want you to provide all that. The father of the child has gone away. And see, that's a whole new topic. And we need to explore that at a different time. But today I want you to understand, why do we have to do their culture? Why? Because in our mind we think, if I'm giving her, she's going to love me. If I'm giving her, she's going to stay with me. Let me play devil's advocate here for a moment. Let's say you go and you meet a girl, okay? And let's say she wants, let's pretend, $10,000 a month support for her family and $5,000 a month for her. That's $15,000 a month. That's roughly, give or take, about $300, depending on exchange rate. Okay? So, in your mind, you're thinking, well, if I give her this $300 a month, she's going to stay with me. I'm going to get some loyalty. I'm going to get some love. I'm going to get some attention. I'm going to get some affection. I'm going to get. And you living in this fairy tale that if I give, I will receive. However, on the other side of that coin, you have another thinking person. And one thing I have learned, you cannot control something that has free will. And a woman you're giving your money to has free will. One day she wakes up and she says, I don't want to be with you no more. For whatever reason, I don't want to be with you anymore. Look at what has just happened. All the money you've given, all the things you bought for the parents, all this kindness you have shown her is totally irrelevant. It's irrelevant. She doesn't care anymore. She's gotten all she can get. She can't get any more. So I'm finished. See you. I never loved you anyway. I like getting the money from you. So do we have to adapt their culture? Is that what it's going to take to be with a girl? We got to take her culture. I've never heard a situation, and it's very rare, the girl takes the man culture. How they say you can take the boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the boy. You can take the Filipina out of the Philippines, but you can't take the Philippines out of her. The thing to remember, guys, you cannot buy a person. You can do it for a temporary time. You can pay her for her time, but you're not going to buy her loyalty. You're not going to buy her commitment. Giving to her family does not seal the deal. I've heard some situations in Thailand, guys are giving 30 and 40,000 baht dowry for the girl. Well, they give that amount of money to the parents. But then later on down the road, for whatever reason, the girl feels like, I don't want to be with you anymore. Because one thing that does happen, a girl going to always look for a higher bidder. You give her 1, she's looking for somebody to give 2. She's looking for somebody to give 4. It's never enough. So when they gave that 30 and 40,000 baht dowry, it went to the parents. In the guy's mind, I got this girl. In the girl's mind, you got me temporarily. And you're not getting that 40,000 back. And that's just the dowry. We're not talking about all the other money you have spent. So what is it, guys? Think about it. What is making these guys give their life fortune for a girl's tale? Is it really that important? In my opinion, no. When I look at the time I have gone to work, all the years I've worked, day shift, afternoon, nights, well, nobody there holding my hands. And if you don't work with me, you don't spend with me. I got a daughter. I take care of her better than her mother takes care of her. But as far as a girl roaming the street, I'm going to pay for her attention? No. Simple. I always keep in mind, I'm not going to do in another country that I would not do in my own. And that keeps it simple right there. I'm not buying houses. I'm not supporting brothers and sisters and mom and dad. I don't do that in my country. So I'm not going to do it in yours. If that's their culture, let them do their culture. It would be terrible for you to wake up one day, 40, 50, 60 years old, then giving away $250,000, having whatever you give away, and she walks away from you. Now you're going to feel pissy. See, that's the thing you have to remember. When they do decide to walk away, how are you going to feel? You're going to feel pissy. Then you're going to say, well, I was used. Yes and no. You allowed yourself to be used. Simple as that. If she wants to do her culture, she can do her culture and be with you. But if you notice, if they got to do their culture and you're not helping do that culture, they don't want you no more. And I've had to learn that the hard way. And one man once told me, he said, if you close your pocket, you'll see what you're working with. Like I tell you guys, I've been going to the Philippines for 21 years. Not to say that I'm the expert, but what I will say, I've learned from my mistakes, I've learned from the mistakes of others, and I've learned from what I've heard people say. I've met so many people that tell me their stories. And that's the whole point of getting my channel going. It's not about the subscriber count being high. I want to reach men who are ready to make a change. If you don't agree with me, okay, no problem. Keep it moving, because I'm not here for that. I'm here for the guys who want to make a change, who can see what's going on, want something to think about, and if I can help others the way people have helped me, that's it. That's it right there. Anyway, share your thoughts, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We know how it goes. Guys, I hope this really gives you something to think about. Why do we always have to go to their culture? Why they never come to ours? Their culture loses. Everybody's always broke. And this is a generational thing, and it's been happening since the beginning of time. So stay with me. Stay tuned. Be friends. Be kind out there in your comments, because I've already had to block a few people because I don't take disrespectful comments in my channel. Okay? All right, guys. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye.